Hi, friends. Yesterday I was on the Debra Rufini show, and she is so kind and said that I could put the interview on my channel. But I went to the extra work of adding a bunch of photos and also some thumbnails that give some information about some of the videos I'm talking about, in case some of you are new and aren't familiar with my scammer soap opera and some other things that I've done. I hope you enjoy, and please don't forget to hit the like button.
Welcome to another broadcast of the Debra Rufini Show on the Artist First Radio Network. All past shows are archived. You can find them at artistfirst.com. And now, from England, here she is, your host, Debra Rufini.
Greetings from England. This is Debra Rufini with a New Year's edition of the Debra Rufini Show. I trust you all had a wonderful Christmas and that the New Year so far is going well. Today I have the great pleasure of speaking with Sarah the Scam Baiter. This is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to this. Sarah has an amazing YouTube channel called Music is a Rainbow. The link will be featured on Artist First. And I'm sort of giggling to myself at the very thought of it because Sarah's very, very funny. And she's given me hours of amusement with her material. And it's serving a great purpose, as Sarah will go into what a scam baiter actually is, and I think it's a brilliant thing to do. I think it's an amazing thing she's doing. So Sarah, great to have you with us on the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, it's a great pleasure. Thank you so much. This means so much to me. So
it means a ton to me, and I'll try really hard not to interrupt.
No, that's fine. You go ahead.
And I get really chatty.
Brilliant. That's what I love about you. It's great. So, can you tell us a little bit about what scam baiting actually is?
A scam baiter is someone who messes with scammers to waste their time and also spread awareness of scams. It's kind of like playing whack-a-mole. There are like countless scams, and they keep coming up with different ones.
That is brilliant.
So, I got into it. Well, first of all, I had scam calls probably every day. I had pop-ups on my computer when I was not as computer savvy.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned is that you should never, ever click on a box to close it when you have a pop-up, because that actually downloads malware. So just pull the plug if something horrible comes up on your computer. I want everyone to know that.
Yeah.
My latest thing is messing with romance scammers, and I didn't really have plans to do that, but a friend encouraged me to join Instagram, and she said, well, it could probably help your channel. And what happened immediately was I started getting messages from men who wanted to chat with me, and they obviously were not American, as they claimed. So I had a good time stringing them along, and I finally decided I would make a decoy account as a woman named Irene, who was actually looking for love, unlike me. So my regular profile, it says in my bio that I'm married and have kids and everything, but it's like they don't even bother to read it, and they just write to you and say, oh, are you married with kids?
Oh, my goodness.
They're not very smart.
No, they're definitely not very smart. Just for the audience, I came across Sarah's channel because I was scammed just before I saw a very funny clip of yours, and I was absolutely amazed at their rudeness, but almost like gaslighting, that they sort of thought that they could lie and get you to believe their lies. And the whole typically sort of British name, Stan Wilson or whatever, they use these obviously British names, don't they? It's a very strange thing. Why do they do that? Very odd.
It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know why they don't just use an Indian name, make them sound more legit.
No, it's crazy.
Over here, when you call like your internet provider because your router is having a problem, you get sent to someone in India.
Yeah.
But those people don't say, "Hi, my name's David Jones."
No. No.
He would actually give you their real first name.
Yeah. Yeah. I realised there was something wrong with mine when he was, because it was actually a phone number on, I googled Yahoo technical support, and I thought, oh, this seems a legit number. I phoned and I said I'm having problems. Before I knew it, he was getting me to press here, press there. I could see him taking over my computer, and I'm thinking, oh, this is really clever. This is the miracle of technology.
Yeah.
And then
that's another big rule. Don't ever give remote access to anyone.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that one time. This scammer said to me, okay, go to... They have different websites where people can take over your computer.
Oh, dear.
And so when I got to the website he told me to go to, I said, oh, it says not to do this if I don't know the person or trust them.
Yeah. All right, what's the outcome?
So, he goes, well, it's me. Well, I'm a technician. It was hilarious.
Oh, my... Yeah, as if that's going to make you... Oh, God, trust me, I'm a technician.
Sometimes I get those tech support scammers calling me back, like, oh, we'll call you back later. One of my favorite things to do is to tell them that Windows is updating on my computer.
All right.
That it's at, like, 6% or something like that. And so they'll just keep talking to me and, okay, what's the percentage now?
Oh.
8%. And so I'll just keep chatting, and finally they say, okay, well, I'll call back later. And sometimes I might go, oh, look, it's almost done.
Oh, brilliant.
Another thing that made it super personal for me was, don't ever make me angry when I'm pregnant.
Right.
No.
Oh, no.
These IRS scammers called our house, and they didn't leave a message this time. Like, usually they leave a message for you to call a number. This time they called and actually named my husband and told me there was a warrant for his arrest.
Evil.
And I came unglued. That was the first time we had an IRS scam call.
Yeah.
And so when we moved into this house a little over 4 years ago, we were always getting calls for Roger and Sylvia, and I started to figure out this has to be an elderly couple because they get so many charity calls and obviously have given money to different organizations, Medicare calls. So I don't know if you guys get this over here, but they call and ask if you have any back pain because they can give you a back brace or knee brace or something at no cost to you. And so here they want you to give them your Medicare number. And I guess that used to be associated with your Social Security number.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess that's changed now, and so the latest thing is they call and say, do you have your red, white, and blue Medicare card? And I'm getting more American scammers now, and it's harder to fool them, so I decided I'm going to do my old lady voice. And so I always tell them I'm either Sylvia or that I'm Roger. So I go, oh, I left my card in my car down the stairs in the parking lot. I'll have to go get it. And that's when the guy says, oh, well, I don't want you to have to do that, so why don't you just give me your Social Security number?
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Naughty.
And
yeah.
it's one thing to give people your money, but you can eventually get money back, but you can't untell someone your Social Security number.
No. That's true.
Very scary thing.
It's so cruel, isn't it? I mean, it's just...
And then I also do the old man voice.
I love the old man,
And
Roger.
I just can't believe they fall for it, honestly. I've kind of based it on a voice. Okay, when my friends got married, the man performing the ceremony said, so throughout your marriage, you want to do nice things for each other. Like, Rich, maybe you want to fix something around the house for Amy. Or Amy, maybe you'd like to make Rich a pie. And I wasn't there, but I had a relative tell me about it, and I laughed so hard because her grandpa yelled from the back of the room, do I like pie. I like 2 kinds of pie. Hot pie and cold pie.
That is Roger. To the
I
audience.
love telling that story because I can just picture it. It's so funny. It's like the most hilarious wedding story I've ever heard.
That's brilliant, and Roger's brilliant. I like Roger.
Oh, thank you.
Roger, I like Roger. Would you like to tell us about the unfortunate accident that Roger had in the glitter factory?
Well, it was pretty heartbreaking. Well, I wanted to tell a guy that I was disabled, and I was trying to think of the most stupid way a person could possibly become disabled. And I thought, what's more stupid than falling into a vat of glitter at the glitter factory? Some guy knocked me into it.
Oh, poor old Roger. That is an awful way to become disabled, isn't it?
It is. And then my wife came in and sold me out.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
That's when Sylvia comes on. Is he giving you that glitter story again? Roger is a tax evader.
We need to have that. We're going to have that on the Artist First page, because that is one. I think. Do you have a favourite, Sarah? I think the Glitter Factory, another one I'll mention in a minute. But do you have a personal favourite?
Let's see. What is my favourite?
They're all brilliant.
Sunbathing video. I had the most fun when the kids and I pretended to be British.
Right.
I thought, well, since they're always pretending to be American, why don't I pretend to be something different for giggles? And it's funny because I get lots of compliments from people going, oh, I'm in the UK, and that's a really good accent, and other people who are, like, angry, like, oh, your accent's so bad.
Oh, I'm impressed with that. That's very good.
You don't talk like that. So, but that was when I kept them on for 96 minutes.
Wow.
So I was very proud of that one, and I was actually trying to set a record for myself that day. It was summer.
Yeah.
We had our days really open, and I have a couple videos where I just decided to let all of the noise in my house happen rather than wait for a quiet moment to talk to them, because I just wanted to show they really are heartless. They hear my kids, they hear my toddler crying.
Yeah.
Stuff like she would really carry on back then because she was just like in this phase where you catch her coloring on a book and you take it away from her and she cries forever, and she wants chocolate chips for breakfast and no, you can't have that, and she cries forever. So I think it was during that video, or maybe it was the one where I pretended to cry and throw up.
Oh, that was good.
Oh man, I still can't believe I did that, and I can't believe they bought it.
Remind me, what was the outcome of that? I remember watching that. Was one of the first I saw, and I was quite impressed with that.
Yeah, with that one, I think my memory card ended up filling up, and I had to upload in the middle of the conversation, but I kept them on while I pretended to go to the store.
Mm.
But anyway, back to the British one.
Yeah.
They said I needed to go to the store and get iTunes and everything. And I think I had also talked them down.
Right.
I don't have that money. Can you do $800? I think they wanted close to $10,000. Everything's all a blur now that I've done so many videos.
Yeah.
But I told the kids, here's what's going to happen. We're going to take a fake drive to the store, and we're going to get in the car, and we're going to sing.
Oh.
It keeps Sabrina happy.
Yeah.
I told the scammer, we have to sing when we're in the car, or else she'll cry. And he wasn't a big fan of the idea, but I just basically told him tough. That's what we had to do. And then I told him the closest store was 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I took a lot of satisfaction in torturing him.
Yeah, good.
For 15 minutes with our singing. And I didn't tell the kids to do this, but they started pretending to be British, and that is thanks to Harry Potter. All that Harry Potter watching really paid off.
Oh, Yeah, yes, I bet.
They all started doing the accent, and so we're just sitting in the driveway the whole time. We weren't driving anywhere. And the two funniest moments, I think, was one was when Eric said, "Oh, look, there's a dead raccoon." And then I said, "Could this be going any slower?" And then my son Andrew goes, "Could be worse. We could not be moving at all." Which we weren't. We weren't moving at all. And, like, all of them were deadpan. Like, we didn't plan this out at all. And I'm amazed by how many people watch the whole thing, because I think a lot of people go, "This is way too long. I'm not going to watch this." But people who watched it all the way through,
yeah,
absolutely loved it.
Yeah, because you want to know what happens in the end. It's it's quite addictive. You just want to see one, then you see another one, and you just want to see them all.
I'm surprised by how many people just want to keep watching scam baiting videos, but
yeah,
I think it's therapeutic for them if they've either been scammed, have had way too many scam calls, and they're annoyed about it, or they had a relative who was ripped off. So I get a lot of comments from people who say, "This happened to my grandma," and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Once in a while I get a comment from someone saying, "If I hadn't seen this video, I would have fallen for this."
Really? Oh, that's... how does that feel? I bet that feels really good.
That does feel good.
Yeah.
I wanted to make these as funny as possible because funny videos spread a lot better than a boring, informative video
yeah.
about scams.
Sure.
So funny things spread like wildfire. So that's why I went super extreme with the pretending to throw up and stuff. So I worked, like, put my heart and soul into that one and the British one. But then my most popular video is only 10 minutes long, and it was something I did really quick when I was about to go to, I think it was like school orientation.
Right.
So I felt like I didn't really make a difference because it was only 10 minutes, and I didn't do anything special. I didn't do a special character. I was basically just kind of myself.
Yeah.
And
what was that one?
I was so surprised to see the views going up one day, and I hit refresh and went, "Oh my gosh."
Wow.
It went up like hundreds, and it refreshed again.
Wow.
Whoa. And so that video now has over 2 million views.
My goodness.
And it just makes me laugh because I almost didn't upload that one because I thought it was boring.
Oh,
but
right.
people think it's hilarious. And, like, as I was growing up, I was always, well, even now, I make people laugh without meaning to.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, yeah.
Like, I don't realize I sound funny.
You are very funny.
You say it's like a facial expression or just the way I worded it or the voice inflections. I don't know.
I think it is. I think also you're very charming in the videos because of the mischievous little smile. And it's very, it's nice. And what I like about that is because it kind of feels like you're doing it on behalf of myself and other people that have been there. And it's almost like, yes, well, you know,
yeah.
not revenge, but it's just a nice thing to sort of, you know, they make such idiots out of us, and it's nice to kind of do the same back.
The funny thing is, even when I speak in church, I still have that mischievous smile, and that's the mischievous smile my mom dealt with when I was little. Like, sometimes I would get in trouble, and I would just smile. Like, there were times where I thought she was joking.
Oh, right. And she wasn't.
So I gave a talk in church, and a friend said to me, "You have the most mischievous smile. Like, you know something we don't know."
Yes, it is, yeah. Oh, and I like the way you start off saying, "Hi, friends."
Oh, thank you.
That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's
I've avoided calling people fans because I feel like, I don't know, it makes me sound, what word am I going for? I just don't want things going to my head.
Yeah.
You know?
Friends is more, it's like, oh, we're part of your, it's like we're your audience, but we're a gathering. We're all a gathering.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And one of the fun things I'm trying to do with my Irene character on Instagram is get people to join in the fun and like make comments on the things that I post.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it can be a joint effort together to make me look more real. Like, yeah, I'm a real person and I have real friends.
Oh yeah.
But I have to tell you something funny. Yeah, I've been talking to this scammer for I think 2 months now. Named he doesn't know how to spell Michael. Michael Hammond.
Right.
And he's been begging for an iTunes card for a good while. And I've had all these different reasons why I couldn't give him one. And I got in an accident, and I couldn't work. And then I got evicted, and then I said that I was sleeping under a bridge.
Right.
But I told him I am filing a couple lawsuits, though. Like, one is for my my accident, and then the other one, it involves something bad that happened to me in the hospital, but I don't want to give it away. So I told him I'm going to be rich soon, but it might take up to 6 months, my lawyer said. So that has kept him talking to me, so he feels like he still has to kiss my bum.
Yeah.
Check in with me and see how I'm doing and everything. And now I've announced that I'm rich, and so he's back to the begging for iTunes. And I told him I wanted to mail it to him. And, of course, they won't ever give you a physical address. They go, send me the card first. Like, I'll send you the card as soon as you give me your address. Back and forth.
Yeah.
So he's playing a game where he says, oh, here's my address, and gives me an email address. But he didn't even bother starting a new email address with his fake name in it. It had a real name.
Oh, right.
And I just went and found the person on Facebook. It's a Nigerian person. And on the front seat, he has multiple wads of cash. It's Nigerian currency.
Wee.
And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet.
Oh.
Like, do I pass it on? Does the FBI deal with that? I'm not even sure who actually deals with romance scammers. But
yeah.
There was this woman in Europe pretty recently. She gave thousands of dollars to someone in Nigeria, and she managed to track him down, went to Nigeria, and had him arrested.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think she got some of her money back. I don't think she got all of it. But that was something that Scam Bait Central shared on Twitter. Have you seen Scam Bait Central?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Babonga?
Yeah, well, it's Mr. Pricky.
That's right, yes,
Scam
Mr.
Baiter.
Pricky, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
He is so funny.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was when they got these scammers to perform Oklahoma.
Did they? I don't remember that.
I don't even remember. It was so bad. Like, it was taken on a bad cell phone camera.
Right.
And I can't even imagine him coming up with something better than that. But you know, I'm really into music, so.
Yeah, he keeps them going, and he sends them on wild goose chases, doesn't he? He's done that lately.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He definitely needs to keep his identity concealed, because he actually gets them to show up.
Yeah.
Places for payment.
That's what. Yeah.
I love his videos, and I love how he points out his Scam Baiter team in disguise walking by, and he'll point out that's a Scam Baiter, that's a Scam Baiter, and
that's right.
Like, they're told, oh, the person's going to be wearing this color, and then they're given the eye to everybody who walks by.
Yeah, yeah. There was one that stopped everyone wearing a green jumper. Sorry.
For sure, very nice guy.
Oh, is he? Yeah, he strikes me as a pleasant chap.
Yeah.
Who can get worked up and angry on the phone. One of your now, I was listening to this last night again. Actually, the old lady. This is my all-time favourite. Sarah, talk us through the old lady. You know what I'm going to say. She's a bit of a flirt, isn't she? The old lady was a little bit of a flirt with the.
Yeah.
Wasn't she, with her luring around with her with her satin sheets? What did she have? Silky satin sheets.
That was definitely one of my favorite moments. Was when my friend Brenda was visiting, because we were practicing Christmas music.
Yeah.
I was going to accompany her for a 30-minute set.
Yeah.
So the phone rings, and she approves me answering it, and I'm just terrible. I thought, I have to see if I can make Brenda burst out laughing while I'm talking to this guy on the phone. And she actually had to run out of the house. And I never got, slightly risque as Sylvia before. But the guy said his name was Peter O'Connor. And I go, oh, Peter O'Connor. I used to date a guy named Peter O'Connor. And some of the scammers are big perverts. And that could have gone really wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But, others are quite moral despite stealing from people. It's kind of funny to say, oh, this scammer is good-natured. Well, not completely because he's a criminal. But this made the guy uncomfortable, and he starts to tell me that he's married and everything, and after I've invited him to come see me, oh, that's okay. Just bring the whole family. When your wife isn't looking, we can kiss under the mistletoe.
That's the bit that cracked me up. And then isn't there a bit where she says, "I can't wait"? So I'm doing your American accent. I can't wait, or something like. She's really eager.
But I think Brenda ran out when I said, what? Oh, I think a scammer is trying to call me right now.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to ignore them, though.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, this could be fun. We could have a live one. Do you want to do it?
If I knew how to, get them on a three-way call right now, I would totally do it. But on the other hand, it could be a relative, and maybe they don't want to be on the radio.
Oh, you'll say they're a scammer anyway and get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I think Brenda ran out when I said, I just want to make love to you, Peter.
Yes, that was funny.
That's, the naughtiest I ever got at that point. But my episode, so my latest series is about a scammer who calls himself Steve Mills. So I call it Dating Steve Mills.
Oh, yes.
I have at least 13 episodes with him.
Wow.
Last night was number 8.
Oh.
And I got pretty dang bad on the one last night, and let's see, there was one man who said he almost peed himself. So I kind of think last night was people's favorite, and then a couple people told me they burst out laughing at work and looked like crazy people. So I love comments like that.
I don't know if I've seen Steve.
Well, I don't want to get anybody fired.
Yes, of course. That's the danger. But it is though.
Fired because video was too funny.
Well, it had me laughing out loud because I kind of watch things late at night because I have a bit of insomnia. So just while I'm drifting off, and then a few of those and also a recent one about your 12 Days of Christmas song is very good.
I did a parody of the 12 Days of Christmas where I make references to scammers. I thought my followers who are really into scam baiting would appreciate that one.
Yeah, it's very funny.
I pushed myself hard in December because I decided I'm going to share a music video every day.
All right. Oh, nice.
That was really intimidating because I don't like to share my music unless I feel like it was close to perfect. So sharing a funny one is different. But as far as the things that were recorded this past year, years ago, I totally beat myself up like I'm my worst critic when it comes to my singing.
You've got a great voice.
Towards the end of that, I was running out of time and finally decided, I guess I'll share this recording of Oh Holy Night because people have been requesting it. But I really wanted to do it over. It's so close to Christmas, though. I'm not going to get someone to come over to the church and accompany me and record it multiple times till I feel like it's exactly how I want it. So it actually made me cringe when I posted Oh Holy Night.
It was lovely. No, it's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wish I could make that voice come out of my mouth when I opened it. No, you have got a lovely, lovely voice.
Thank you.
And,
I was comparing it to like previous performances in previous years.
It's all
Like
good.
all I can hear in my head is I wanted it to sound like this, but it sounded like that instead. So,
But that's a
all
sign.
these other little criticisms, like I took a breath there. Should have done it like this. Should have done it like that.
But we can all do that as a sign of perfectionism, wanting it to be the best, and we're our own worst critics, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Well, when it comes to my scam baiting videos, I think, oh, I look like a total slob. My hair is going all over the place, but I don't care.
No, you look great.
When they call me, it's often first thing in the morning when I haven't done anything with my hair yet. I've just gotten kids
Yeah.
ready for school, and
No, you always look fine.
so I just feel like it's more important to get it out there so people can see what they need to avoid.
So how many scam calls do you get roughly? Because it would drive me mad, I think, the amount that you get.
It really slowed down during the holidays.
Right.
I didn't get very many, but sometimes I get up to 5 calls a day from like credit card scammers.
My goodness.
So they're always calling. It's a recorded message, and it says, this is your last chance to get a lower interest rate on your credit card, and it says, press 1 to speak to a representative.
Yeah.
So, of course, I press 1. So in a split second, I have to decide what character I'm going to be and what my story is going to be.
Wow, that's quick.
Like, I don't have it planned out in advance.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's clever.
So if it's an American, I know they're not going to believe I'm a clueless 40-something-year-old, so then that's when I decide, okay, I'm going to be elderly this time.
Yeah.
Because they know that elderly people get confused. Actually, there were several times where I helped care for elderly people. That's another reason I get really angry about them being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
There was a woman who had her daughter and her son-in-law taking care of her in their home, and they needed breaks sometimes, and she had Alzheimer's.
Oh, no.
And she had some moments of clarity, but then other times, I went into her room one morning, and someone had confused her and made her think that church was the next day, because they said, I'll see you at church, and so she thought, tomorrow.
Right.
So she was trying to get herself ready for church, and she'd actually put her bra on outside her outfit.
Oh.
And she's so adorable, and I said,
Yeah.
Anne, do you need some help? And she goes, yeah, and then she laughs her head off, like she realized that something had gone wrong when she was getting dressed.
Oh, bless her.
It makes me really mad when people make comments that anybody who gets scammed deserves it because they're stupid.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me?
Bless you, yeah.
Elderly people who have dementia are not stupid.
Exactly. Yeah.
Totally disrespectful.
Yeah, I've seen that sort of thing. It's not nice. That makes me quite cross because it's yeah. No, and they are convincing as well, aren't they? Well, apart from their names, they can be, very convincing. I wonder do you think they have got? I like to think that everyone deep down has got a conscience. Do you think they feel bad at the end of the day when they go home to their wives, families, or just on? I don't know.
I don't know. And I don't know if they think of it as stealing. They might think of it as, well, it's all fair if I trick someone to give me money.
Yeah.
I think they probably have lots of justifications for it. I hear that people in other countries are told that Americans have all the money they could ever need and
right.
And say other things about us that make it seem like we deserve whatever we get.
Dear, oh dear.
So I do have compassion to a certain extent for some scammers. Like, I hear some of them are kind of trapped in it.
Right.
But
yeah.
Some of them that I talk to, it's obvious this is a choice that you made. You love doing this.
Yeah.
And And years ago, when I first started getting lots of scam calls, I thought, just what a joke, who would fall for this? It didn't even occur to me that people were actually falling for it. And I thought, oh, if I had known people were actually losing money, I would have kept them on the phone.
Yeah, plenty of time to catch up doing that. Yeah. It's horrible. It's a horrible, it's a cruel thing, isn't it? And
yeah, one guy I talked to, it was the end of their day, of their scammer day, and their weekend was starting. And they said, oh, you don't owe any money, be free.
Oh.
And they just decided to talk to me for the fun of it.
Right.
So that video is called Heart to Heart with a Scammer.
Oh, okay, I'll check that out.
And he claimed that he didn't have legs and that no one in his call center had legs. And that they couldn't get jobs in India.
Right.
Because of it. And so when hundreds of them were arrested, I guess this was a couple years ago, my sister-in-law said, did they have to wheel them out? Not all the ones I saw were walking. So, yeah, they try to make you feel pity for them, and so it's hard to know when they're telling the truth about their condition.
Yeah.
Because, well, you're a lying scammer.
Yeah.
I have heard of some of them feeling guilty.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've seen some videos where a scammer will say, yes, I'm a scammer. It sounds really kind of depressed about it. Like they would rather be doing something else.
Yeah. I doubt if his boss is nearby.
I got,
Sorry.
it was a Medicare scammer, and it was an American guy, and I pretended to cry. And my husband burst out laughing at that one because he thought it sounded pretty real. Yeah, the guy hung up.
Oh, okay. Or hopefully out of
that was when
guilt.
I was pretending to go get my Medicare card out of my car, and I just started to vent to him and said something like, you think that your children are going to be there for you.
Oh, that's it.
In your old age, but they're not. Started with the crying, and then I told him, I hope you're there for your parents, and that's when he hung up.
That's right. Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really do think I made that guy feel guilty.
Another thing I like about yours is that there are lots of scam baiters who, at the end, get really angry and say racist comments and swear and use derogatory. But you keep it funny and clean, and to get just to get their reaction and see how guilty maybe they feel. Yeah, like the crying old lady, or just to see where they take it.
Thank you.
It's
I get comments from people who want me to yell and swear at them.
Wouldn't be as effective.
Say things to them about goats and swear at them in Hindi. And I just say, there's plenty of other channels that do that.
Yeah.
Not going to do that.
And it keeps yours cheeky as well. I like that because yours is a very cheeky channel. It's
well, I like them to be confused when they hang up too. The majority of people throughout their day yell at them and swear at them. So when you're nice to them, it totally confuses them.
Yeah.
Well, there's also been some fun ones where they know I'm messing with them, and then they pretend to propose to me and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes. Yeah.
Any of those. But yeah, those made me laugh.
They get quite serious. So is hubby all right with that then? Is he okay with? I mean, obviously, did he find that strange in the beginning?
He doesn't listen to all of them, and I don't make him listen to all of them, and because I make him laugh all day, so he doesn't have to watch one of my videos to have a laugh.
Oh, that's great! No, you are a ray of sunshine.
One of my romance scammer videos recently, I had a scammer named Willie, and I decided that his voice would be like, "Hey, baby."
Oh yes, I like this
one, baby. And, we were shopping recently, and you start saying that, hey, baby. Like, let's get some of that, darling. Baby. He said baby so many times. Seriously annoying. So I decided I need to do a really annoying voice for him.
Oh, that's fun. I love your voices. And it's amazing the amount of scammers that say each and everything. What is this thing about each and everything? Surely isn't each the same as everything?
You would think that by now they would have caught on that people don't say that.
Yeah.
Makes us laugh, though.
Oh, my goodness. It's so funny.
Yeah, I did voices. I don't know when I first started doing voices, but I would do it to entertain my family. Did you ever see The Thornbirds? It was this mini-series.
Oh, yeah, Richard
like
Chamberlain.
Soap opera sort of thing where a Catholic priest falls in love with this woman who's much younger than him.
That's it, Megan, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't remember the character's name, but I used to make my mom laugh really hard because at the same time there was this old woman who was in love with the priest and always making passes at him.
Oh.
And so there was this one line, I may be going to hell, but I'm taking you with me.
Oh, brilliant. So you've always done that? You've always done little characters and when you were a little girl?
Sorry, what's that?
You've always done, have you done like little characters when you were a child? Did you have little characters that you would do?
I don't know. Sometimes I would kind of unconsciously imitate people. Well, I still do that. Like, I'll be telling a friend a story, and she'll say, oh my gosh, you did so-and-so's voice so well just now. And then she goes, do me!
Oh, so
and
funny.
When I was a teenager, I really liked watching Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yeah, I remember Beavis and Butt. Yes, that's it. Saturday program.
One time my mom was driving, and she was practically crying with laughter because I kept imitating this Beavis scene. Which I probably shouldn't even say.
Oh, I often think when I watch your videos, I think, especially the ones where your kids get involved, I think that's going to be sort of future memories for, well, not memories because it's on camera, but they're going to look back and think, oh, our crazy mother, aren't they? Because you are a fun mum. You are a funny mummy.
I'm fun, but I'm also just a typical mom who gets mad and yells at everybody.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, but no, that's brilliant. Yeah.
Like, they were... So I wanted them to do something else downstairs, and I said, put something on for Sabrina, and they had her show, like, on a little screen, like a Nintendo Switch, and they just kept playing video games, and I said, you have played enough video games this week to last a lifetime. So I got a little snippy with them.
Oh, so I take it from the start, you kind of... not forewarned, but brought the kids in on if mummy's going to cry, it's only pretend cry, it's not real cry, so that they've never had a chance.
Yeah.
But oh, you're okay, mum. They've always been in on it.
Yeah, the one where I pretended to cry and vomit, I told my daughter, I'm going to start crying with the scammer if everything goes my way.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they would think I was playing with them. So
yeah.
I said to my daughter, okay, so when I start crying, I want you to come in and say, Mommy, why are you crying? I just wanted to see if that would make the scammer feel guilty.
React.
At all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some people think, oh, she was so upset. Look how concerned she was for her mom. Like, she wasn't. She was very excited to be in the video and deliver her line.
Oh. Oh, yeah, of course. I bet that meant the world. Yeah, that she was part of it and coming in at the right time.
Uh-huh. then when I said I don't feel well, she brings me the barf bowl and says, "Here you go, Mommy." So she was trying to get more in the video, like do more than what I'd asked her to do, and I wasn't sure if she was going to say anything to blow my cover or anything. So I'm trying to pretend I'm going to throw up while motioning for her to go away because she's going to make me lose my focus. Because I had never pretended throwing up before.
Oh, right. You did make a good job of it. It was convincing.
Yeah. I had to put every ounce of my my mental energy.
Did you? Yeah?
The fake puking.
Oh.
And I had a mug of water that I poured into the bowl.
What sound
And
effects?
I kept thinking, now he's going to hang up. Oh, wait, that was the same video where I told him my last name was Realizaciones Beskattning,
Oh.
which is a 28-letter Swedish word for capital gains tax.
Right.
And I thought he was going to hang up with that. So first I spent almost 3 minutes literally spelling my name to him.
Oh.
Because they always want you to go, B as in, as in the, C as in blah, blah, blah. And I thought he was going to know this is a bogus name and hang up on me.
Yeah.
So I got past the long name spelling, and then he believed the fake crying. So I was like, shoo, okay, he believes the crying. I'm going to get all the way to the fake store. And then when he believed the fake vomiting, yeah, it was such a great moment for me.
Oh, no, it's brilliant stuff.
So I think they told me to get 3 cards, and then I read them 3 fake numbers.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think I got the very end of that one. I finally was able to start recording again. And they didn't even yell at me. They just hung up.
Do you reckon they get much success?
Ethan had.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Say it again.
Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
Do you reckon they get much success out of the amount of calls they make? Do you think? It's hard to tell, isn't it? But do you reckon?
I don't know. Like, I
effect?
read in an article that it used to be they would find a victim every 400 calls. And then once their system became more automated, they started finding a victim every 200 calls.
Oh, right. Still more than
like
enough.
One of my friends, she has an aunt with dementia, and she says she's been scammed multiple times, adding up to something like $25,000.
Oh, my goodness. Oof.
They'll take her phone away, and then she'll get a new one, apparently.
Oh, it's evil, isn't it?
Yeah, like, it didn't occur to me that there were people being scammed repeatedly, but that's the nature of dementia.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't say, oh, I learned my lesson, I'll never fall for that again.
No.
That's how horrible dementia is.
Yeah. Yeah, it truly is a awful thing. And yeah, for those that are taken in and we just don't know any differently, it's that feeling of just feeling so silly. You know, you never get the refund. Well, they tried actually phoning me back to give me a refund, but you must be having a laugh.
Oh, that's right. They thought, we got her once, and now we'll see if she'll give us money for a refund.
Yeah, because I was saying, thank you so much for being so helpful, and even though he was yelling at me, I was just thinking, duh. But yeah, so that I take it by that they would just want to get back into your computer so they could lock it. Would that be the game there? And then charge more for?
I'm not sure. Like sometimes when they get remote access, if you don't give them what they want, they'll run something on your computer called a syskey, and
right.
That wreaks havoc with your computer. So I'm not very tech savvy. So there are scam baiters who will create a virtual machine.
Right.
And
I've seen that.
The scammer thinks they have access to their computer when they really don't.
Right.
And sometimes they've managed to turn it around and totally ruin the scammers' network.
Oh, right, okay.
Like, some people have amazing skills. Another great scam baiter is Kit Boga.
Oh, yes, I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah.
So he has skills, and he also has, I don't know what you call it, a voice disguiser.
Oh, yeah.
Technical term. So he pretends to be an old lady and stuff. But I just saw one the other day where they had done some coding to make it appear like the scammer was in their bank account.
Mm.
It was really fascinating. I'm like, I'll never have the skills to do that. All I can do is delay them and tell them my Windows is updating or my computer shut off. That's the fun thing, is when they're claiming that something bad is going on with your computer and you just prove it to be true by telling them, my computer just shut down.
Yeah.
And they can't really say, well, there shouldn't be anything wrong with your computer, because they just told me there's something wrong with my computer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. I think, by what I've seen, I think yours is the most, I mean, you say you don't have the you're not techno-savvy to do these things, but I do think yours is the most entertaining. I think it's the funniest.
Thank you.
And it's very unpredictable as well. The humour, I think, is quite unpredictable.
Thank you. Sometimes I wonder, like, how long will I keep getting new ideas? Will I eventually run out of ideas? I don't know.
No, you won't. You never run out of characters.
One of my favorite things was when I talked to this tech support scammer named Ashwin. Well, first he told me his name was Jack Williams.
Oh, yes, I remember Ashwin, yes.
Kept him on for almost an hour, and then he kept calling back, and I just eventually turned that into a soap opera. And
that was funny.
I just wanted to see how uncomfortable can I make him before he'll just stop talking to me. And I just didn't know it was going to turn into a whole series. So little by little, I made my fake husband, Richard, sound very controlling. And he claimed to be out of town.
Right.
This trip. And then I said, hey, his best friend, Fred, came over to help me with the computer. And then I said, Ashwin, Fred gave me a hug and started to rub my back, and I don't know what to do. Like I'm going to confide in some random guy I just met, right? And so he gives me some advice and says, oh, I think he wants to steal you from Richie. And then later on I said, hey, I was telling Fred about you, and he wants to know the website for your company. And then he says, your friend Fred emailed me and called me a scammer. It's like, wait a second. Fred is my fake friend. You don't get to take over Fred, you know?
Yeah.
So suddenly, I have an email address for Fred. And then I email both him and Fred, and I confront Fred and said, how dare you call my friend Ashwin a scammer? He tried for over an hour to fix my computer. So I tear into him, and that is when Fred replies to both of us and says, I sent no such email, but as long as we're on the subject, this is a common scam, and if you don't believe me, maybe you should ask your husband Richard. But you know what? You shouldn't listen to Richard, because he's not on a business trip. He's in the Bahamas with his mistress. So it just took off from there. And then the mistress replies from Richard's phone.
Oh,
and that's when I created my villainess, Brittany.
Oh, yes.
And I decided she needed a really annoying spelling of her name. B-R-Y-T-N-I-E.
Yes, I noticed that was a different spelling. Oh.
So she replies, laugh out loud, out loud, out loud.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I remember. She's a real...
telling Princess about us.
Yeah, Brittany's a real girl, isn't she? A girly girl. Oh, Sarah.
And I thought that's when he's going to cut off communication, and it continued for months.
Wow. It's so clever.
Brittany started tormenting him. And then one of my YouTube followers started calling him, and she claimed to be Brittany.
Oh my goodness.
And then he lied and said that Brittany got him fired.
Oh.
And then I said, oh my gosh, Ashwin, I'm so sorry. And I said, what if I could get Brittany to write an apology and explain it wasn't your fault, that she was bothering you at work. So then Brittany writes the rudest letter ever.
Oh.
And
yeah.
I send it to him, and then all the stuff is coming back to my memory.
Oh, it's brilliant stuff.
And then he claims he got his job back based on Brittany's very rude letter.
Oh, really? Oh, Sarah, this hour has gone so quickly. I wish we could have another one. It's brilliant.
Oh, it's already been an hour?
It's been an hour. Yeah, it's been such a privilege to speak to you, and, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's awesome what you do. And on a personal level, I wish to thank you on behalf of myself and people like myself for defending us and, saving us from being scammed. Whether it's through wasting scammers' time or warning people by your videos, it's just such a brilliant thing. And I wish you and your adorable family a prosperous new year. And
thank you, you too.
It's been really wonderful. So to the audience, please be watchful and cautious when you receive these calls. There are too many insincere people wanting to get their hands on your money. Horrible, horrible thing. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, big love and God bless.